Hey, AJ here. Welcome to the channel. I am a vegan chef in training is what I'm liking to call it. So I often post food videos, cooking videos. That's most of what I've been doing on this channel here. Usually things that are cozy, sometimes things that are healthy, but it's usually cozy. So today we are going to be reacting to the infamous or famous, depending on who you are, video by the Jubilee channel, which is Odd Man Out, 6 vegans versus 1 secret meat eater. So that's gonna be fun. I've actually seen this video before, but it was a while ago. It's been at least a year or so, so it's gonna be a nice little refresher. I do remember some people being a little cranky in the video, but yeah, anyway, I'm pretty excited to go through this and check out the Odd Man Out and revisit it now that I've kind of gone through a journey myself of being vegan, not vegan, and then very committed to a vegan path again. So yeah, let's get into this.
For that, and for now, enjoy this episode. All right.
What's your favorite candy?
Most candies without gelatin in it.
Name one.
Nerds, Sour
Nate,
Patch
just name
Kids,
one.
Sour Patch Kids.
Okay, those aren't vegan.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. As a quick little recap for this show, in case I don't keep the entire intro, basically the way this show works, if you've never watched the Jubilee channel, it's a really cool channel actually. I like their whole vibe, but they have 6 vegans there and 1 non-vegan, like omnivore, meat eater, whatever. And it's kind of like Among Us or Mafia or whatever, where one of them is pretending to be the vegan, and they're all kind of trying to figure out who the imposter is. So each round they eliminate somebody and they keep moving forward like that. So I did used to love watching the show. Not that there's anything wrong with it now, I just haven't been into watching it lately. But yeah, that's sort of the premise. Okay, let's get into this.
For breakfast.
This morning I had buckwheat hot cereal, add almond milk and some water.
Okay. Who eats buckwheat in the morning? Like, I know people do, but I'm looking at him and his body language and how he's telling me, and I'm going, you just had buckwheat?
Yeah, some people like to eat buckwheat. You can make like a buckwheat oatmeal. I don't know why that's so. You can make buckwheat pancakes. I mean, this guy just maybe seems a little intimidated. I don't know if he's like a newer vegan. I remember one of the people here is a newer vegan. So anyway, well, we'll keep going. You don't need to be so cranky, Aaron.
I eat buckwheat every single day for breakfast, and I feel like that's a normal thing. But everyone acted like it was a weird thing.
I'll be honest, I eat everything on bread. I have to. Because like, I'm a recent vegan. I've been vegan for like 5 months. It's a challenge I did for myself.
I have a question. What are y'all's favorite restaurants?
You should guys check out in North Hollywood. It's just like awesome. It's Cajun vegan restaurant.
Oh yes, yes.
You know, dude, I literally been taking.
Oh my gosh,
I took my friend Hannah. She's actually a big YouTuber as well.
Everything that came out of his mouth was super random.
Brandon, what's your favorite restaurant?
My favorite.
I go to
I don't want to say it because I feel like it's going to ruin this episode if this is the first time watching it, but I definitely know one of the people in this video. Not personally, but I know of them. Anyway, okay, we'll keep going.
Taco Bell all the time.
What do you get at Taco Bell?
I get a crunch wrap, but swap out the beef and get some beans in there.
So
Also swap out the sour cream and the cheese. And yeah.
Don't they
put
use
some
eggs in
beans.
their wraps?
I hope they don't.
Yeah,
But
I hope they don't either,
I've-
because then that wouldn't be vegan.
I don't know why she was coming at me. I don't know if it's like the way I look. I don't look like a vegan.
Yeah, I like to think I don't look like a vegan either, whatever that means. There's just not a one-size-fits-all look to the vegans, but yeah, I get. This is a little, and I don't want to come at anybody in this video hard, but like this, Aaron seems to be kind of like, you know, very an aggressive vegan, and like I get if you think animal like rights is a crazy injustice, why you might get really upset about it, but I think disparaging this person, like you're almost making this person feel bad, like they're not veganing right, is just what I'm noticing so far, and I'm also remembering some of the episode.
Why is everyone here vegan?
I'm vegan because I actually moved out here. I felt like I was like, all right, if I mess up, I can keep on doing it. So I challenged myself. I'm 5 months in, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna continue doing it Because if
You
I
guys,
don't,
we have 4 minutes left. Sorry to
Oh, yeah,
interrupt
sorry
you, but
about
we have
that.
4 minutes. I want to hear from
Oh,
other
sorry.
people.
Sorry,
I want
the
to
only
know.
reason I did it is
Can you-
because I wanted to prove.
Can you just, we got it. Let's go around. Jalen was just taking up all the time so that I couldn't find any information about anybody.
I'm vegan because of the environment. I think the meat and dairy industry just contributes way too much to our environmental issues, and so that's why I decided to go vegan.
I've been vegan for almost 3 years. I kind of just followed like blogs and stuff, and then I found out I had like high cholesterol. I like cold turkey, just like quit it. The more I learned about it and educated myself, the more I wanted to keep going.
I initially went vegan for my health, for my skin. It's kind of helped. It hasn't helped that much, but I think just when I was doing it, I was like, why go back? Kind of like you, like I could do it, and I don't think there was a huge like pressing environmental factor. It's just like, I can do it right now, so why
exactly
go
what I was
back?
doing.
And it's like been good. So it's almost been like a year, so kind of similar to you.
Good job, man.
I became vegan for
Yeah, this is, not that you're asking, but this is sort of why I mean, they're a little close to why why I eat vegan is I don't eat vegan. I mean, I think the environment is a good reason. I think your personal health, there seems to be a positive effect on both of those things. But the big thing to me is that you don't have to eat animals to be healthy, and probably it's bad for us. We don't know. Maybe it's bad for us, but even if it was good for us, like, you don't need to do it. So why would you cause that unnecessary suffering?
animal cruelty reasons. It's a whole bunch of stuff, you can go into, but yeah, for animal reasons and environmental reasons and health reasons.
So I've been vegan for almost 10 years combined. Started off when I was 21 years old. I was drinking heavily and I just wanted to be feeling like better in my body. So I took a yoga class, went vegan overnight, went raw vegan for 2 years, became a raw food chef. I'm a yoga teacher now. Yeah.
I went vegan kind of as like a transition. I was pescatarian for 10 years. And we have 2 minutes.
I want to come. We asked. I don't want to cut you off.
Yeah,
but I want to ask specific questions to people. But what is your favorite documentary that helped you go with the?
Oh, help me go vegan. I kind of watch like those YouTube ones.
Which ones? Like what? What name one?
I don't remember the names. I like saw them in the blogs that I was talking about, and like.
Which blog?
It was called. It was like this girl. Her name is Emma.
I gave her the side eye like, you don't know what blog, you don't know what post, you don't know this, you don't know anything.
I watched the VR. This actually helped encourage me, and I watched from a first-person perspective.
Ooh, yikes.
Yeah, cows getting butchered. From you could see them getting cut up.
6,
Red lights.
So like that was really traumatizing.
Yeah, these are good ones. I would say too, if you're somebody who's thinking about it or curious about veganism or especially the animal rights stuff, I've said it, I think, in another video that I think the environment and health are fine reasons to do it, but the big one for me is the unnecessary animal cruelty for people who live in developed nations, right? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. But there are some people who have some really good work on it. Earthling Ed is somebody who has really good work. He's on YouTube, so it's free, right? And he actually has a whole documentary on there as well called The Land of Hope and Glory, something like that. I'll link it below because it's a pretty good one if you're curious as to, well, is the animal industry as mean as it seems? Like, they don't even know they're dying. It's pretty intense. I cry a little bit when I watch it, and you may too. So, all right, we'll keep going.
She had a little more makeup on and she had nail polish on, and so I guess in my head I think vegans just go for the more natural sort of look.
I was like looking for some cues and like what people were wearing, and he was wearing like suede shoes. Most like vegans don't really wear leather. Okay. Bye guys.
Bye.
That's kind of surprising. I don't feel like she doesn't. I mean, I know I've seen this before, so it's cheating, and you've probably seen this before too if you're watching a reaction. But I'm a little surprised she was the first one they booted off.
Nice to know you guys.
Take it easy.
I was really shocked. I think I was a little bit shy in the beginning. When Aaron was grilling me, I just got really nervous, and like I forgot the names of everything, and I was like, there's cameras here, and like.
How funny would it be if Aaron was the omnivore, the meat eater, and she's just trolling everybody by being a militant vegan.
Everyone's watching me and like the time is ticking.
What is your favorite soap that you use?
Oh my gosh. I'm more vegan for like food-related reasons.
Right, but typically like if you're vegan,
Yeah,
then you use all your products that you love.
I identify as vegan, but I do it more so for food-related reasons, not exactly because I like did it for my health. So
I
that's
actually
why.
fully agree with you. Actually.
Yeah.
Do you wear leather?
I don't own leather.
It's interesting. I own leather, but I don't buy leather. It's leather that has been bought years ago that I still have that I feel is kind of like wasteful to like throw away.
The important thing is you don't buy leather because we vote with our dollars.
Exactly.
I think like in this circle, like there would still be people who like identify themselves as vegan, even if it's like food related or like something else.
Like the range is
This is an important thing, actually, that they're kind of touching on, is that like some people, when it comes to their veganness, it's almost like they become dogmatic fundamentalists, where it's like they're trying to be right and they're making other people wrong. And I get it. Again, if you think that there's an ethical qualm, like I get why you would get mad at people, but for me, it feels like if people are taking steps in a direction to reduce their harm, right, or reduce their carbon footprint or whatever, improve their health, I don't think we should make them feel bad for not doing it enough. Because what I've often seen with a lot of people who go vegan is if they find for whatever reason they're having a hard time on their vegan diet, or they live in a food desert, they can't get the things they want, they kind of just throw their hands up and say, F it. And they decide, I'm just gonna eat steak, I'm gonna eat bacon, I'm gonna eat everything. When really maybe we should just like applaud the fact that they're taking any sort of initiative. And yeah, like this Brandon here, he said he's not vegan for ethical reasons. He doesn't care about that part. He's vegan for the health benefits, which is reducing harm, and hopefully we can educate and he evolves. Because I originally went vegan for health reasons, and then I stopped, and then I went back because it was for ethical reasons, because I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. It's not necessary. So I think it can still be like a part of this guy's path, and shaming him is not going to help. So that's just my feeling on it.
But
there's like levels,
yeah, but I think like the odd man
vegans
out wouldn't be someone who like is like me, like just doing it for food.
You guys ask me questions too. I like questions.
We know you do.
Do you eat honey?
Dude, I actually don't even. Like, I don't eat honey.
True.
Yeah, I don't. I just don't at all.
I eat honey, but
Honey isn't vegan.
I think they made me feel like my reason for being a vegan wasn't good enough because it wasn't coming from the same place that they were.
Yeah, that's exactly what they did. And I get it. It's almost like two different ideologies. Like there's people who are vegan for their health, and they kind of stand on the nutrition, and that's why they're doing it. And there's people who do it for ethical reasons. And mixing them is very much mixing worldviews, because both may not consider the other the same as them. You know, like that's just my feeling on it. And as somebody who I identify as somebody who eats vegan, right? But I occasionally have honey. I don't necessarily have an issue with that. If you want to say, well, then you're not vegan, that's cool. I don't think shaming people and what they eat is going to help, and saying, well, you're not vegan enough to call yourself this and use this title. Educate me as to why I shouldn't have honey, right? Or I'm somebody who also doesn't have a huge problem with backyard eggs. I maybe have a problem with owning those chickens, but if somebody's had chickens for a while and they're not abusing them, like I don't necessarily have too big of an issue. And you might say, well, AJ, you're not a vegan, you're a vegetarian, and that's fine. You can say, I can't control what you say. And I'm fortunate that these guys are kind of discounting his veganism because he's not an ethical vegan. Like I get wanting people to become that, but don't shame him and don't tell him he's wrong or he's not doing it good enough, because that's how people end up throwing their hands up in the air and saying, you know what, I'm just going to eat whatever the hell I want because I can't win with these people.
So far you've said that you don't really consider yourself vegan because of the products you use, and then you eat at Taco Bell.
I would like go like the extra mile and like lie and like say a lot of stuff. But you know, like I'm just like being real with you guys. Like I try my best
So
to
how
like be a
many
vegan.
years have you been vegan?
Oh no, it's been like less than a year, like 8 months.
Actually, the fresco style at Taco Bell is supposed to be vegan.
He didn't mention that. He said that he got the taco and then he removed everything, and then he mentioned that later on.
I have seen vegan YouTubers who like go to Taco
Bell's
Bell
like
and
a
like
go-to place
can
for
make it
many
vegan just to
vegans.
show people that like it can be like convenient.
I don't know why you guys are trying to tell me about it. Like, whoa. No,
They're trying to tell you because you're going at him. And they're trying to defend him because they know he's trying to be a vegan or eat more plant-based at least, and that's why they're coming at you. And I guess we'll look at the comments after this, but I don't want to go after Aaron here. I'm sure a lot of other people are. I get it, but like you came on kind of strong. So this is why they all feel like they need to protect him.
We have 2 minutes left.
Del Taco also has
Del Taco started the Beyond.
has the Beyond Meat. Why don't you go there if you're vegan?
I thought Erin was pretty aggressive, but in all
Yeah, she
the
is.
best ways for a game like this, like she asked all the like heavy-hitting questions, which is exactly how it should have been.
What's your favorite candy?
My favorite candy? Most candies without gelatin in it.
Like,
Nerds.
name one. Name one.
Nerds, Sour
Just
Patch
name
Kids.
one.
Sour Patch Kids.
Okay, those aren't vegan.
I thought they were, but
No, it's not.
Come on, Aaron. He's a new vegan. He doesn't know. Like, I had to re-look at my shampoo not that long ago because I was like, oh shit, this isn't vegan either. And I had to buy a new one. Like, teach him. Don't shame him and say you're doing it wrong. Like, say, hey, have you thought about he's not doing it for the animal reasons. You shouldn't force your worldview on him. Maybe educate him and tell him why you think it's important. And maybe you plant a seed, and along the way he starts to sort of understand, oh yeah, these are other conscious beings that probably don't want to be made into soap or candy.
do they have gelatin in them? Okay. Maybe I'm not a vegan. I don't
Brandon, veganism isn't a religion. Don't let any of them tell you you're not a vegan. You can call yourself whatever you want, and if you're on the path of trying to reduce harm, it's a win in my book. And even if you're reducing harm for selfish reasons, for your personal health, let's murder less beings, even if it's for selfish reasons.
I thought they were.
But I mean,
What's your favorite candy?
I don't eat candy.
Really?
Yeah, I don't.
Of course you don't. Sidebar, for those of you who miss candy, there's a Smart Sweets. I'll put a picture. That's a candy. And most of them are vegan or plant-based. If you're interested in vegan candy that is safe, or just watch out for gelatin. That's the main ingredient. Sometimes the dyes too, and sometimes sugar is not vegan technically. But that's a different conversation.
It didn't seem that his ethics and his values were in alignment with the diet, because typically when you are vegan, everything surrounding you matches that.
He's a health vegan, not an ethical vegan. You can't hold him. This is like if you were a Muslim and I was a Buddhist and you were holding me to Muslim ideals because that's your worldview, but not mine. Maybe convince me why your worldview is correct. Don't just tell me I'm wrong. Oh, poor Brandon.
Bad Brandon.
See ya.
Brandon, you didn't deserve to go.
I'm not like really a part of the vegan community, I feel like. I have one vegan friend. I could have had 5 vegan friends, but they voted me out, so.
You could have 6. I'll be your vegan friend.
That you've already caught the mole, you can end the game now.
When you start
I
questioning
think
Brandon,
it's too early to tell.
You're
think
confiding
those
in
were the
her?
obvious
I guess this would be quite an act if she was faking.
Yeah, I
So,
think we
yeah,
need like one
guys.
more.
wait, so we raise our hand if we think he's still in here?
I think they might.
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
It's like that, and I was like, oh, I
Sweet.
don't know.
Who do you think
But
it
no,
is?
I
You've
think
probably
no.
seen this, huh? This is kind of old, huh?
Okay.
Raise your hand if you think the mole is still in the square.
Wow,
If the
okay.
lights turn green, you voted the liar out. If the lights turn red, the liar's still in the box and you lose.
Okay, everyone looks nervous, so I feel a little bit more secure in this.
Oh,
Dang, dog.
Oh, they got.
I knew it! You got
I'm pretty sure that guy, and I could be misremembering, dated a friend of mine. I don't know if this friend would say I'm their friend anymore. I think I upset them. But anyway, yeah, so I kind of remembered right away that that was not the, that was the mole.
Are you serious? I feel like I knew it. He was talking too much. He was obnoxious.
So upset.
I literally whispered to Aaron, I think it's Jalen. I think it's Jalen. So I'm a little mad, a little sour, a little broke.
He got you guys. He was just on, he was like playing a role. He was being that like purposely socially awkward.
I watched too much Survivor, man. Like, first round, getting thrown in, I was tested to see if I was gonna trip up on my words, how much knowledge I actually had. Because I'm like, if I go first, I can speak the most and make it seem like an accident. So I just want time to run out. So it felt good because people got annoyed and they didn't want to hear from me. So they pushed me aside and started talking to everybody else.
Good
I got
strategy,
one from my
Jalen.
fam, I got one from my fam, I got one from me, one from my new Xbox, all right.
I'm pretty frustrated because I think I could have won if I hadn't just been affected by everybody else's doubtfulness.
I was reminded of the different perspectives of veganism.
I don't think you can really like see a vegan. It's more like their thoughts and like their ideology and how they think about the world.
Yeah,
Thanks for watching, guys. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, so I thought that was, yeah, watching it again, it was pretty good. I remember it. I remember Erin. I didn't remember her name, but I remember her being kind of like leading the conversation. And I remember poor Brandon, who was, you know, he is a vegan, or maybe, hopefully he hasn't given up because of this. You have a vegan friend here if you want one. And I think this video made a good point that, like, they all look different body sizes, shapes, ethnicities, everything, and they're all on, or all but one were on a vegan diet. So I think it's pretty cool to show that, and I know Jubilee has other vegan video stuff like this as well. So I think if I got one thing out of this, it's that it's a reminder that, like, trying to make other people wrong is never a good way to help get them on your side. So yeah, so this was the Jubilee Odd Man Out vegan episode. If you like videos like this, you like watching me watch things, which is interesting, but cool, let me know in the comments down below and I'll do more videos like this. Smush like if you like this video. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell if you never want to miss another one. Hey, if you're not done watching content and you're like, you know what, I want a vegan meal now too. I probably have some cooking videos popping up here with some yummy, delicious things that you wouldn't even know don't involve animal product. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time and trust. I'll see you in the next video.